Now, more stories, insights, and analysis of Illinois policy and politics. This is Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Opportunity Project. Once again, your host, AM 560's Dan Proft.
Dan and Pat back on this edition of Rising, and this case in Quincy just gets more and more disturbing the more and more information that comes out. This week, WBEZ released emails they have obtained from officials that had responsibility over the Veterans Home, Illinois Veterans Home in Quincy, where over the past 2.5 years, 13 people, veterans and the family members of veterans, have gotten sick from Legionnaire's disease and died. And it continues. 4 new cases in the last 10 days of Legionnaire's disease, a month after Rauner and his wife did their little PR stunt by going down and staying for a couple days at the home. A year and a half after Governor Rauner said they're really on top of the situation. And a couple of weeks after Rauner, before the Crain's editorial board, just incredible. When asked anything you would do differently in the handling of the Veterans Home in Quincy? Nope. We handled it exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. 13 people are dead. 11 negligence suits against the state. Another several dozen got sick from Legionnaire's disease, and it's still going on. And in the emails, let me give you an example, just to put human face on this. The Miller family, Eugene Miller, 86-year-old U.S. Army veteran. August 26th, 2015, his family authorized the facility to make no extraordinary effort to prolong his life. He was dying. The family got a phone call from the state-run facility. Would Miller's children agree to have him tested for Legionnaire's disease? The family approved the test, waited 2 days for the results. On August 28th, 2015, they learned he tested positive for Legionnaire's. Along with that news came word from the home of 3 previous Legionnaire's cases dating back to July, a month earlier. Just 4 hours after the family got the test results, Eugene Miller died. Emails later revealed that at the time of his death, the state had known for nearly a week it was dealing with a Legionnaire's epidemic at the home. Stricken with grief, Tim Miller, Eugene Miller's son, posted on Facebook right after his father passed. My father is one of the 2 who passed away at the Veterans Home. I know you're not responsible with how they handle things, but it's really devastating to know that our choices for my dad's care would have been different if we knew about Legionnaire's. We did not find out that my dad had it until 4 hours before he died. We have to deal with the fact that maybe we did not do all we could have. The situation was handled badly, to say the least, but the lack of communication, in my mind, killed my father, a hero who served this country only to die in its care. I hope no other families have to sit and watch their loved one die in the same way we did, and then to find out it may have all been prevented. And, of course, what happened is another dozen families dead. And BEZ's 1,400 emails document administrative officials, including at the agency directorship level, playing cover your ass, trying to get positive press to negate the negative reality rather than address what the hell is going on in that facility. After he was shown some of these emails that I'm describing, Tim Miller, Eugene Miller's son, said this: "What angers me most about this situation, they're pulling all this effort into PR, giving each other pats on the back. Great job. Way to go, team. Let's come up with some canned statements. Let's all be on the same page." Basically, it was like they drew a line in the sand and said, it's us against these grieving families. Miller, who also said he voted for Rauner, said of Rauner, "I'm disappointed in how he tries to make this situation no big deal. How everything is just sunny skies, blue skies, and terrific. And we're still here 2+ years after my father's death with the same questions we had. Ultimately, that's what we were looking for, a hero. Someone who was going to just say the truth, not candy coat it, and just give us the information. And we never got that."
Dan, it's so distressing, and it's not unlike this sheriff in Broward County, Florida. Bruce Rauner is just like that, right? People have died, And instead of being a man, you know what I mean when I say a man, standing up in the way that our fathers raised us, standing up and saying, we made a mistake. We have to do better. I'm grieving for the families. I will do better. He doesn't have the stones, for lack of a better term, to do that. He doesn't have the heart or the soul to do that. And the son of this, I lost my father many years ago, and the echo of a son in pain, beautifully articulating what happened, and not anger, not great resentment, but the sadness of the failure of Bruce Rauner in this circumstance, and the people in his government, and like you said, the political cover your ass is disgusting.
It's interesting to me too because we talk about this a couple weeks before a primary election, and I remember the outrage so many Republicans had, and people across the board, but I'm speaking specifically here of Republicans, about the scandal, the VA scandal during the Obama years, and the outrage was appropriate. The mistreatment of veterans waiting in line for health care that they were entitled to while dying, waiting for the health care to which they're entitled that they earn. And I'm just wondering if those same people are going to apply the same standard to Governor Rauner and this administration, because it's the same deal, if not worse, because he's much closer to it. And this got leveled up to agency heads 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years. There's still the most incredible thing that nobody can give a particularly credible answer to is, why are people still in that home? Put them up at the Four Seasons. Put them up at the Peninsula. I don't care. Put them up in 5-star accommodations for as long as it takes for you to get your act together and have a safe environment for veterans and their families. Is this complicated? Is this confusing? Does this take management wizardry to figure out what should be done in this instance? I don't think so.
No, and the other thing about it, Dan, is it would be good politics. That's the irony of it, right? If you want to do something political, stand up, apologize, and do what you just said. And it's incredible how poor of a politician Bruce Rauner is, and it's incredible how many sycophants he has that will do whatever he needs them to do, regardless of circumstance, just because he has a little bit of money.